Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I came across a video on YouTube where there's this guy who gets into crypto and he basically gets addicted to it. He starts trading shit coins and meme coins. And as he says in the video and in the title of the video, how I lost $62,500. So I thought we can just look at it together and I can give you my perspective. So let's get into it.
All right, where do I start? I think this mug is pretty fitting. Every day is a fresh start. That is going to have to be my motto for the next few weeks, months, because every day is a fresh start. You know, life is not all about money. I have my health, a roof over my head. I do have
I mean, here's something about this video. It's pretty good, or it's nice that he's taking this positive approach to it. So yeah, I mean, hopefully this kind of video helps those who kind of got into the same situation.
flowing business. So everything's okay, but it does hurt to lose a lot of money. Let's just start from the beginning. As you can see in my previous video, I had bought a van and then I sold the van. I had about $50,000 April of this year, 2024. So I decided to put it into crypto. I saw that Bitcoin had gone all the way up to a new all-time high at about 73K, and it started to cool off a bit. I think it went down to about 63K. So I started to get interested into crypto again. And ironically, in 2021 or 2, I had gotten into crypto with like $4,000. I was in an exchange called Voyager that just went totally underwater, bankrupt, and I had been getting money back from them for a few years. So that was
Again, I mean, this is why I always emphasize in my videos that you should, even if you get into Bitcoin or any other crypto or shitcoin, whatever you want to do, just take self-custody of your coins. Try to learn how to do that. Be very responsible with that. Never leave your coins at an exchange, no matter the price, no matter how much the amount is. So yeah, I mean, first thing you need to learn when getting into the space is how to secure your Bitcoin. I mean, that's the most important part. I mean, as we can see here, he also lost back then. Maybe back then that was a lot of money to him, $4,000. He's getting back this money, but yeah, I mean, it's not an ideal situation.
So that was my first experience with crypto, losing a bunch of money with a bullshit exchange, getting in at the top. And this time I wanted to not get in at the top, but I kind of did that anyways, because that's kind of how the story goes, is that I got in April, and I didn't get into Bitcoin. I got into a bunch of altcoins. You know, I was in Avalanche, ICP, Render. I could name a few more, but slightly more speculative, not speculative, but riskier coins that when Bitcoin dumps, these coins just go into the gutter. And that's basically what happened from April to now. Obviously now Bitcoin is just crossed over $100,000 and things are going pretty parabolic. But from April to about August, things just were dumping down. You know, Bitcoin went all the way down to sub 50K, and these altcoins took like 50% haircuts. So my 50,000 went down to, you know, I think I was down to like 24,000 in July and August. And I was just so focused, so hyper fixated on crypto. You know,
Yeah, I mean, as we always say, I mean, probably right now in times of like a parabolic run and there's so much enthusiasm in the space. Yeah, in times like these when they actually happen, which is a rarity in the space, it just happens every 4 or 5 years for a few months. We have this type of like parabolic insane run. But for most of the time, when you're in crypto, Bitcoin or whatever, things are dumping. And when they're dumping, yeah, Bitcoin goes down 10, 20, 30% in a month sometimes. But when Bitcoin dumps this much, all these other altcoins are dumping like double that minimum, so you need to be careful of that. You need to understand that. Every time we go on Twitter or X or whatever, we only see the people who made money in crypto. These are all the only people that actually post about it, whereas we never hear about the people who actually lost in crypto, because most people are ashamed to do so. So I'm actually very interested and I give this guy props for actually going on YouTube and talking about it so honestly, because most people don't do that. They only talk about how they made money. So props to him.
I said I have a cash flowing business, so I didn't really need to work. So I was just really focused on learning the ins and outs of the industry. I was on, crypto, Twitter, X nonstop, and I really was spending way too much time and focus and energy on this. And when I saw it dumping down, I'm like, what's going on? And I had faith. I knew that it was going to go back up, and that's what it's been doing. Ever since Trump got elected, things have been really going up.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's another point that you should know and you should be aware of, is that when you get into Bitcoin, you can just and the way that I tell people to do it is just to get into Bitcoin, learn about it if you want. It's nice to learn about it. It's not stressful or anxiety inducing. It's the other way around, because when you learn about it, your conviction becomes better. You strengthen your conviction, which is great. But at the same time, all you have to do, and it's pretty easy, just get some coins, DCA, every week, every month, whatever, and move those coins into cold storage. Learn how to do that, and that's it. That's all you need to do, and just continue living your life, continue working your job, building your business, taking care of your family, whatever it is that you do, continue doing that. But when you get into crypto and all these altcoins, you have to keep researching which altcoin is gonna pump, which one is gonna dump, which one has a better community, especially now with the meme coins. I mean, it's all over the place, and yeah, some people make money, but as I said, most people don't. And sometimes when you do all this effort and do all this research and you actually lose money, you're gonna think to yourself why did that happen? And I could have just focused my energy on something else and just made money instead of losing. I mean, anyone who actually provides value to the economy by working and doing anything, they can make money. If you go and just drive an Uber, you're making money, right? You're putting a lot of effort into that, but at least you're guaranteed to make money. You're not making a lot of money, but you're making money. Whereas if you put money into crypto, it's very high risk. You're making all this effort to know how to allocate this money, and you might lose. Most people lose. So this is what happened here.
But ironically, that's when I started to make my mistakes. So for 6 months, from April to November, I was just putting so much time and energy into crypto. It really wasn't going anywhere. So I was getting impatient. I was getting very frustrated about my investment, because I had figured, I'll put my money into crypto for this 6-month lease that I have, and then I'll buy a house with this 50,000, hopefully turn it into 100, 150,000 very easily in crypto. And
yeah, I mean, this is another mistake, is assuming that things are easy. I mean, if things are easy, then everyone would be extremely rich, right? But that's not really the case. Nothing is easy. And coming into this with the mentality that you can make money, for example, you have $50,000, you want to make it $100,000 just for you to get out and buy a house. I'm pretty sure that hasn't worked for anyone, or maybe to very few people, because even if you have this $50,000 and by some luck and you have a very good chance and it doubles to $100,000, a lot of us could get greedy and we would want more, and we get too euphoric to actually pull our money out of the market. So stay in the market thinking it will go up to 150,000 or 200,000 or $1 million, but that doesn't happen. But even more, he said like he got into Bitcoin right around the beginning of the year, around May. I mean, if he put that $50,000 into Bitcoin, he would have somewhat doubled it by now. So again, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of people experience this, and you have to experience this to some people in order to learn what to do next.
Stocks, the stock market had been running up. You know, I sold some shares of Nvidia that just continued to pump and pump. So I was getting very frustrated that, you know, I took my money and put it into crypto when it's just been going down. Stocks have been going up. And then I continued to get deeper and deeper into the crypto community and learned about meme coins, trading. So I started to dabble into leverage trading with 3-4x leverage, which is just very risky and a way to lose and make a lot of money. But if you're not smart about it, you'll lose a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that you can be smart about it, but I think it's not really much about being smart. It's just about being lucky to a lot of people. And if you just want to count on luck, then it's hard to manage. I mean, sometimes these things are not within our own hands, and it's just a matter of luck. It's a matter of luck of when you actually get in, and it's a matter of luck of when actually you get out. And especially I'm talking about getting into meme coins or doing leverage trading.
And so the most recent failure was getting into meme coins. I decided I'll just take $10,000 of some of these coins that are already going up. I'm in the green. I've made some profit. I'll sell these and then go play around with some meme coins and get a Phantom wallet, Dex Screener. If you're really into crypto, you'll know these type of things. But so long story short, I started to put more and more money into the Phantom wallet, selling my AVAX ICP for Solana and taking losses on those, and then trying to go over here and make some quick gains, because the meme coin market, as you know, is just very, very volatile. I mean, these altcoins are risky, but these meme coins.
Yeah, many such cases like this where people just probably lost money on some crypto and they see another shitcoin, another meme coin that is just going up and pumping, and they try to chase the pump. So what happens in this case is that you take a loss on your existing coins, even though that maybe those coins would have probably went up if you just kept the money in there and been patient, and then you put it into the next pump. By the time you actually notice there's the meme coin that is pumping, this is when the early guys in this meme coin, this is when they start to load off on you. This is the very vile side of meme coins.
I mean, sure, you can do a 3x in a few hours, but you can also get rug pulled and all your money gone in no time, as I know now. And basically, I started to put more and more money into meme coins, and I went from about 45,000 I had at that time down to 13,000. I was getting really stressed out, and I was spending so much more time and energy. You know, I was having these like panic attacks and anxiety because I was watching just my nest egg fluctuate so heavily now. I was staying up all night trading different meme coins, looking at Dex, looking at the X communities, and it was really, really bad for my health. I started to notice I was getting sleep deprived. And anyways, I turned the 13 back into 43. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, this is great. I got most of my money back. Now, if I could just make back a little bit more to what I had. And at that.
Exactly. I mean, as I said in the beginning, when you actually make some money on crypto or whatever, before you actually make the money, you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to make 50% or 100% on my original stack. And yeah, I'm just going to leave. I'm just not going to do anything more. But as this guy, as we see here, he saw his net worth go down to $13,000, and by some luck, he got it back at $43,000. Maybe when he was at $13,000, he was like just hoping he could get back to at least $40,000, and so he can get out of it and just put the money in Bitcoin or just leave it in cash. But he didn't do so. I mean, when he actually got into this point, he didn't do so. He just kept at it because that's human nature. We think that we could go up from 13,000 to 40,000. Then yeah, we can go up from 40,000 to 100,000 because we did that already. So we get greedy and we think we're gonna keep going up and up and up. We get euphoric about it. And yeah, I mean, you never get to sell, and then the crash comes back again.
Point I had actually, sorry, this story's all over the place. There's so many details. I had gotten another big check in July or August or September. And I decided to put that into crypto as well. Another like $10,000. So I was at most I had about 65K. And I was like, if I can get back to, 60K, I'll then go put it back into these altcoins that I had for 6 months, watching them go up and down, mainly down. And then I'll just ride out the next 2 months of this bull market that's happening. And of course, now it's happening hard. And that was my mistake. Was I said, okay, I'll only take 30K. I'll hold 30K in Solana. It won't do anything. It'll go up a little bit because it's a solid coin. And then I'll let the 10,000 ride out. And in this meme Mustard, I don't know if you've seen the trend of Kendrick Lamar's new song where he's like singing Mustard. Anyways, that's the coin that got me my 3x from 13 back to 43. So I was like, I'll let this 10K ride out. And that meme started to drop off. The coin wasn't doing too well. So it started going down. And ultimately, I made a shitty decision to get into a different coin and just go all in, take my $30,000 and put it into this coin that was a $5 million market cap. It just got created like 2 days ago. So risky and stupid. And I went to bed. The next day I wake up and it's back to like 10, hour later, 5, few hours later, 2K. And that's when things just started to really set in. Like, holy shit, I'm not going to be able to turn 2,000 back into 50,000. And that's it. This is the end of it, And now,
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with the meme coins as well, is that they prey on the idea that they're new and it's a low market cap. So just get in. We can just 10x from here easily, 100x from here easily, because we're just at $5 million market cap. But in reality it's a $5 million market cap because no one cares about it. It's very low liquidity. So if you put like $30,000, it's almost impossible to get it back because people are dumping on you. For you to be able to buy $30,000, I mean, someone sold $30,000 out of a coin that only has $5 million. So basically, when you did that, you were the exit liquidity. So it's a shame.
over the past few weeks, I've been having to basically, lick my wounds a little bit, cope with all this, because what's happened is, of course, the bull run has taken off. I waited, I was so patient for 6 months, and I made this mistake at the worst possible time when Bitcoin broke again, new all-time highs. These altcoins are making 50, 100%, 200% gains. And ironically, right when I converted a lot of those into Solana and then into the meme coins, I had a coin that I held for 6 months. I sold it. The next day, it does a 50% return. It stings. And that's what's...
Yeah, I mean, that always happens, and you really can't time these things. I mean, none of the... If we kind of believe that technical analysis kind of works to a certain degree on traditional assets, and even sometimes even on Bitcoin. Let's say they work to a certain extent. When it comes to meme coins, they don't work at all. So it's just a pump and dump. It's just there's a meme coin that has, I don't know, like 5, 10, 100 million even market cap. It can be moved up and down by just some guy entering and putting a lot of money into it, or some guy leaving it and just taking all the liquidity that exists in it. So nothing works for these types of things. It's just people trading shitcoins left and right.
That I could go look at and hear people talk about their stories of what happened. And because everybody talks about their wins, you know, I made this much money in crypto, here's how you can do it. But nobody really talks about, nobody wants to talk about the losses and the negative things that happen to them. So I hope that if something has been happening to you, or just you find this story interesting, that it
Yeah, exactly what I said in the beginning of the video is that some people, most people in the space, they just flaunt their gains, whether it's real or not, I don't know, but they just flaunt their gains. But we never hear stories about people who lost. But if you go down to the streets, if you go down and talk to your friends and people you know who get into crypto, most people actually lose. And most people, they just dread the idea of getting into crypto in the first place. So, and something he said in the video that it's actually very interesting, but I just wanted to cut it short a bit. But he said that people in the space kind of brainwash you into believing that you need to get into crypto, you need to get into meme coins, you need to do all of that. Don't put money into Bitcoin because it's too late for that. It's always too late to put money into Bitcoin, even though it's going up and up and up. But they brainwash you into believing that it's bad investment to put money into Bitcoin and you're missing out on 10x and 50x and 100x gains if you just put that money into some their favorite coin or their favorite meme coin or whatever. So yes, I think this is probably a conspiracy theory, but I'm starting to subscribe to it, which is the idea that the people who are into this, the whales, so to speak, that are into this market, the crypto market, they don't want you to buy Bitcoin. They want you to be completely focused on these meme coins and these things that just end and they're not here to stay, so that they can buy all the Bitcoin they can while you lose your money to them in the shit coins and the meme coins. Because if you're a whale, you can easily move the market by simply putting so much money into a specific coin and pumping it up. And once all the normies and all the noobs get into that shit coin, you just dump on them and just flip that money into Bitcoin. This is what a lot of whales do. Probably, that's my theory. So you need to ignore that. You need to focus on what's important, focus on learning why Bitcoin is important, focus on why you need to have self-custody, focus on all of that. And there's nothing easy. Even if you get into Bitcoin, you're not gonna make money overnight or in the span of like 6 months. You need to keep stacking, you need to understand it, you need to know what you're doing, you need to know what you're holding, and that's how you basically make money. It's not even making money, it's just saving your money basically. So this applies to any investment you're ever gonna do. So yeah, I think this is the most important thing you have to understand about getting into this market. So I leave you with that. It was a very interesting video. I thank this guy for posting it. Hopefully he makes the correct decisions next time he gets into it. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you have any feedback, any experiences like that in the crypto space, I'd love to hear about it. We can have a discussion as always in the comment section. And that's it. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.